Hey guys, so two things. Yes, I have short hair and it's red. I said that I wasn't going to go red until summer was over, but I just couldn't stay away. Red is too pretty of a color, and the ombre was just not cutting it for me. It was not like bam enough for me after having bright red hair. Yeah, so let's get started. I did have red hair, and then I went back dark, and then I did ombre, and then after that I decided that I wanted to go back red. So it was a long process, and it was a little bit harder to go red this time than it was the first time that I dyed my hair red, because the first time that I went red I had virgin hair because I had just been pregnant, so my hair grew out and all the coloring process that I had done to my hair was cut off, and my hair was still pretty long because, I mean, when you're pregnant, you're drinking all these vitamins and your hair is just growing like crazy. So my hair was completely virgin hair the first time that I went red, because I dyed it after I had my daughter, and it was super easy to dye it red with a high lift color. So yeah. Then I went dark because summer's here, and it's kind of hard to maintain red hair going in the water so often, and then pools have bleach, so my hair was going to get bleached every time that I went in the pool, and not to mention the fact that you're just pouring red every time you step in the water. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go dark for the summer, and so I did. But then the dark hair was just too boring for me. It was just a plain boring normal color, and I decided to do ombre because I felt that that could liven up my complexion a little bit more, and it just wasn't for me. It was okay, but I didn't really like it all that much. I felt like it looked messy on my hair, and yeah, so then I decided to go red. But this time it was harder because my hair had been processed with dark brown, and I used the darkest brown, which, if you guys have ever used darkest brown from a drugstore box dye, it is almost like black in color, and it takes a while to fade, and mine was fading, but it was still pretty dark. So the color that I used to go red, and I did this twice, I used 30 volume cream developer, which you guys know I have an aversion to anything higher than 20 volume because I'm afraid of damaging my hair, but I figured that I needed something that would do some like really high lifting, so I decided to do the 30 volume instead of the usual 20 volume, and it did make my hair pretty dark red, but not bright red like it is right now. And right now I'm still not quite at the point where I want it to be. I still have probably one more lifting process to go, but I'm going to do that in a while after my hair really has time to heal itself, because you guys don't even know. So I did that once. I did the red L'Oreal HICOLOR highlights in red and not magenta, because the red is a little bit brighter than the magenta, and so I knew that I needed a little bit more lift, so I used the red with 30 volume developer, and I applied that, and I left that on for 30 minutes, washed it off, all good. And that left my hair like a burgundy-ish color. The pictures are on my Instagram, but it was still pretty blotchy. My roots were like bright red, and you can still see I still have some blotchiness there. My roots are bright red, and then my hair just gets gradually darker. So, but it was way darker. Like, some spots were still dark brown. So I decided to do it a second time, and I used again 30 volume developer, and I did have blonde ends, and I avoided those. I used a a semi-permanent hair color on those. So when I did the permanent dye, I tried not to go over the blonde parts, but obviously when you're coloring, it's kind of inevitable to avoid like every single strand without getting a bit overlapping into the blonde. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made any sense. So when I applied the color, I was still overlapping into the blonde, even though I tried my hardest not to. So that's important, so remember that. There was overlapping into the blonde. And so I applied it the second time, same thing, L'Oreal HICOLOR highlights in red with 30 volume developer. But this time, so I'll go wash the dishes. Then I decided that I was going to sweep the floor since I was already cleaning. And time just kept passing by, and I ended up leaving my hair in for about an hour and 20 minutes, which is really bad because the end of my hair where the blonde was and it overlapped burnt off. Like my hair fell off when I was washing it off in the shower. That part just fell right off. I was scared to touch the top part of my hair because I thought it was gonna fall off. Kid you not. So I was just like, oh my god, I don't want to touch my hair. I'm gonna be bald, whatever. So anyway, so yeah, so the bottom part of my hair just burned off because it was bleached because I had the ombre, so it had been processed a lot of times because I applied the bleach, and then I did color correcting with the toners, and I did that twice because the red in my hair kept running into the blonde. The red that I had previously kept running into the blonde, so it kept turning like orange, so I had to do that twice. So I mean, the bottom portion of my hair was very porous and just already damaged as it was, and leaving a high lift color on it, even though not purposely, yeah, it was just obviously doomed to fail. So anyway, so that's why my hair is short. So I had to go over to the hair cutting people and tell them, you know, yeah, I burned off my hair and whatever. So that was embarrassing in and of itself, but so that's what happened. So from now on, I'm going to always put a timer when I'm doing my hair. I had never had this happen, but I just completely, you know, just, I don't know, goofed off. And you just start cleaning, and then you're just like, yeah, I still have like 5 more minutes left. And the high lift colors, you're only supposed to leave them in 30 minutes. You know, I've left them on for 45 minutes and my hair is still good. It's not going to fall off. They have a very large gap of human error that they leave in precisely for people that like forget to wash it off on time. But obviously I crossed that gap by like an hour. So, you know, things happen. So just make sure that when you color your hair, you always wash it off on time. I am never ever going to leave on permanent hair color ever again more than the suggested amount of time ever, but you know, it's not like I'm never gonna dye my hair again. So that's what happened, and that's why I have short hair now. But I do kind of like it. You know, it's not like I look bad with short hair. I prefer long hair, but it's a change and it's summer, so why not? And there's always extensions, right? And my sister actually just got me some, and they just arrived today, but I still have to like color them. And yeah, but she got them for me because it was a late birthday present. Very late. So anyway, but thank you anyway, sister. And yeah, so let's go on to the demo, and I hope you guys learned something from this video, if anything, to not burn your hair. And yeah, let's just go on, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Oh, by the way, I am not a professional, which if you guys just heard my hair burning story, you would know that. And yeah, but that has nothing to do with me not being a professional. That's just, I lost track of time and I was doing stuff, okay? So don't judge me. And yeah, so let's move on to the demo of the video. Okay, so like I said, I used the HICOLOR highlights by L'Oreal in red. And of course you want to use your gloves because you don't want to get any of this on your hands. I use a 30 volume developer, and I'm going to put that into the developer after you have measured it out. Remember, it's 2 developer to 1 color. So whatever amount of color you put in, you have to put double the developer. And I have 2 tubs, as you noticed, because I did forget to mention that I used a 30 for my colored hair, but I used a 20 volume developer for my roots because your roots are virgin hair, so they are obviously going to take color up much quicker than the rest of your hair. So I did use a 20 on any growth that I had, and I just put it in about 1 inch into my hair. And here I am mixing the 20 volume developer into out that tub because I don't have another like tinting bowl, so I just use that one. And I'm going to take another tube of L'Oreal HICOLOR highlights in red and apply that to the 20 volume. Again, this is going to go on my roots, not on my colored processed hair. Okay, so for the blonde part of my hair, I used a semi-permanent and I used the Ion Color Brilliance Brights in red. Not that it matters because of course I chopped off that part of my hair. And to wash it off, I used a conditioner. I used the Ion Color Solutions Color Defense After Color Conditioner, which I do find helps my color stay in a lot longer. Okay, so that's what I did to get my hair back to red from dark brown, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave your comments, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.